Brian's for Brian's Art for Animals here, and it's fall, and that means that the holidays are right around the corner. They are. Check it out. Creepy. Now what we're going to do is look at some great gift ideas. Now there's a million animal conservation wildlife groups out there, and of course they all want your money. But I get a lot of emails and stuff asking what are things that I like. So I'm going to show you some cool things, and then hopefully you'll turn them into holiday ideas. And my cat's playing with the tripod, so if it's shaky, blame Kitty. Let's start with some DVDs, and like all the things I'll show you today, and the shirts I'm wearing and all that, all the information will be on the sidebar, the link, so that you can get your own. Now these 3 DVDs I picked up on Amazon.com. They're from the African Environmental Film Foundation, which helps and supports local African communities. They make these awesome movies about wildlife, and my favorite is Wanted Dead or Alive. It's not the Lane Bon Jovi song. It's about elephants in Kenya, the history, and what the future holds for them. Now, one of the best movies I saw last year was Milking the Rhino, and it finally came out on DVD. The Chicago Tribune gave it 4 stars. Well, I gave it 4.5, so there. It's about the community. It's about the people that live amongst these animals. We always see these movies or short films, whatever, about the wildlife, but this one is actually the first time it flips it around and shows the people behind it. Not so much the film and producers, but the local communities that have to live around these parks. If we're going to protect elephants and lions, well, they have to be involved in it. So this is an excellent, excellent conservation movie. Check it out, Milking the Rhino. Now this is one of my favorites. It came out a few years ago. I'm sure you can still find it on Amazon or eBay. It's called Darwin's Nightmare. It's a true story about Lake Victoria and how screwed up it is because they reported a fish there that's unfortunately killed off a lot of other things. And they pull that fish out of there to sell to people all around the world. And it shows how the local community is highly affected by that. Now I finally got around to completing this book. It came out quite some time ago. It's called Wildlife Wars, and it's the story of Richard Leakey, went on to form the Wildlife Direct organization. Now this is a great read because it shows you the politics behind animal conservation. One person trying to save some animals in Kenya, and look at all the junk he's got to deal with. The animal community is very political, very crazy. This is a great story that deals with African conservation, especially that around Kenya. Now for some newer releases, it's kind of like Oprah's Book Club, but kind of way different. My dog likes Oprah. Whatever you do, don't run. It's a story of a guide in Africa and all the crazy things that he's seen, and Facing the Line, which is the story of a kid that grew up in Kenya around these lions. I grew up around squirrels, so for me it's interesting to read about this kid growing up around African wildlife. For those of you that want a great book to read, Black Market, Inside the Endangered Species Trade in Asia. It's actually a little sad of books that shows what kind of out of control situations a lot of these animals face in Asia. But it's very interesting. And if you want to get into this field, it's good to have a broad understanding of what's happening with the animals all around the world. Another great holiday idea, and another way for these groups to make some funds, is by selling adoption kits. Now you're actually not going to get the animal that you adopt, not that you would want a real zebra pooping in your house anyway. You can adopt things like a zebra. This one's from the African Wildlife Foundation. Or a wombat. This is from the the hell are they called again? The World Wildlife Fund. The WWF. If you like clothing, and I know I like to wear some, all these groups have cool shirts and hats and all that kind of stuff. Snow Leopard Trust. This is from the Golden Frog Project. It's got a really cool back. Look at that. You'd be the coolest kid in town wearing one of those. Thank you so much for watching Brian's Art for Animals. Total views are now up around 14 million. I know all the 14 million don't really like me because I read comments, but a lot of the comments are positive. Now I got a big surprise. In February 2010, I'm going to go back to Africa for 2 weeks. Lord knows I need a lot of new footage. So I'm thinking of a way to bring you all with me. So for 2 weeks, you're going to come with me to Africa, to Kenya, and I'll just video blog every day from there. Of course, it won't get uploaded till I come home, but it'll feel like you're on the trip every day. Alright, well that's pretty much all the information. Be sure to read all the junk I have on the side, and thanks for watching.